Hi, YouTube. I have to be really careful what I say today. Excuse me, because I'm not too pleased with some stuff I heard. I heard it before, but it's just so flippin' blatant and getting out here in our faces that I can't shut up about it. So there was this woman from Duke University that considers herself they, and it's obviously a woman pretending to be a man that thinks she's both. And if people want to buy into it, I guess that's on them. But the thing about what they want is, and they, meaning the satanic in their minds, are our children, once again. And I will never shut up on this fact. What they said, this I'll just call her it thing, whatever. If she doesn't want to be a woman or a man, then she's my cousin it, you know. So it wants to refer to people that are attracted to children, not as pedophiles, but minor attracted people. Well, I got news for her, dumbass. I didn't have my children, so some perv can fondle them and look at them with lustful eyes. And God bless their walk on this planet if they think they're going to try and push this out in the world that it's going to be acceptable. No, it's not. At least from my standpoint. And pardon me, YouTube, if you approve of this, then you're sick in your heads too. And I got something to tell you. As a girl and having that type of look put upon me and worse things happen to me, it isn't a very pleasant thing. And if I could make the people pay, which God will, He'll avenge me. But the people that have hurt my children too, I didn't have my babies and my grandchildren, so you can violate them. That's why children are called minors. That's why children are like when you walk out in public and you see parents holding the hand of their little child and steering them away from the creepy type of people. That's why the parents are holding on to their hands and turning them away from the shit in the world. So, I guess if you want to strike me down for having displeasure uh, at their pleasure, well, then I guess that's what you're going to have to do, but I'll be back up. If anything does strike me down, um, I'll probably come back with something like Grandma B, or I'll be over on Facebook and I'll have a link to whatever my new situation will be, but I'll be back up no matter what. They're not going to shut me up because I have children and grandchildren that are counting on me in this world, and I'm not giving up. So I'll probably get back to that topic in a little bit here. I'll give you some good news. I heard from my youngest son, Jonathan. He just likes to be called John, Jon. But and that's how I named my sons, to be called Luke and John, but their names are Lucas, Jonah, and Jonathan David. So all biblical is what the reference were meaning. And um, Jonathan was beloved by King David, so I thought them two names went well together. And Jonah and the whale, and Luke the physician. And so anyway, my John went through excruciating treatment center is where he's been, and asked if I would write him back, which I will. And I was going to write a letter anyway, but I wasn't really sure of what I wanted to put in it, or what I wanted to say, or what I wanted to leave out, that type of thing, not knowing what state of mind he was in, or, sounds like he's doing pretty good. He did or does still have hepatitis C, but they're giving him treatments where he won't have that any longer, and they're treating his liver and his kidneys so he won't lose his fingers and his toes. So, and that's a good thing. He is super. Both my sons are tall and strong. At least they're supposed to be. Luke's about 6'1", John's about 6'2". Um, Big guys. Luke's a little more um John's bulkier like his dad, but he's, not fat, and Luke's built more like me. Not bony but muscular, but bonier structure than John. So anyway, Luke's blonde haired, blue eyed, kind of, though his hair turned kind of auburn. He was born with blonde hair and was blonde right up until a couple years ago. And then it started turning darker. Well, mine was like that too. In fact, a lot of my younger pictures are more blondish, in fact, white in the summertime. And now, if I'm out in the sun, it turns kind of copper colored or kind of gold. So like with the red in there and the blonde, and I got blonde in there from my dad, was blonde curly hair. So, and my mom's kind of brownish colored. So kind of maybe some red in there. I don't know. I didn't meet her until she was like 60 something. So, and seeing pictures of her in her youth. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that got me going today. It's like I know they are always been after the children. See that these secret cults and societies want them as young as they can get them. They want to, if not marry them, then do other weird things to them. There's people. There's g- girls and boys that are born into these societies that are used on a daily basis, sometimes 9 or more times a day, till they're like 15 years old. And then they'll dispose of them. And this is a serious situation, what they want to implement in our world and find acceptable. Hurting the children is their ulterior motive, you know. And I know there's a lot of people that think that people are lizards or part woman and part man, and I'm still sticking my guns. There's a man, there's a woman, there's a baby. That's all there is. Anything else is a filthy human being trying to play games with other people and make like mechanical people, that type of idea, acceptable. And no, men do not have babies with themselves. They never have, and they never will. Um, unless it's by incest. And then I guess that's how they see that they're carrying on their seed. And to me, as a mom, this is more than an opinion. My 6 decades on this planet, almost, well, I'll be 64 in February. I've never seen a man have a baby, and I have never seen a woman produce sperm. Never. And this is working in hospitals and around the medical society most of my life, and I've never seen nothing like that. So if they want to try and convince you of their games, and what they're trying to push on this planet is chaos, and anything that isn't human, that's what they want you to find acceptable, so you believe in the lies, you know. And I mean, showing, like, okay, showing what their belief system is and what they want to implement into the world, that's one thing. But actually believing that, that's another thing, you know. So It's my opinion, more than an opinion, and I'm sticking with it. As a matter of fact, I'll go one further, and I've said it before. I totally agree with Vladimir Putin's outlook. If you touch a child, off with your head. He doesn't do anything to the homosexual society at all. But if you involve a child, you're hash browns. And that's my belief too. So when you take a child's life, any normal human life, and promote that, in my mind, you're screwed. So I just got out of the shower and my hair is wet, so you can't see any grays in it. Well, kind of, you can, but I don't care. I think it looks just good the way it is. I don't understand people putting stuff in their hair and, you know, just like I got an older sister, Teresa. Her hair is totally white. Of course, it's from drug use and whatever, and it was that way when she was 40, but it looks really beautiful. She's got green eyes, but looks sort of like me, and with white hair, you know, and it looks pretty cool. So I don't know if people would just be themselves. What a lovely world it would be. I mean, be themselves, not Satan, but themselves. you know. Excuse me a moment. Grab my ashtray here. So yeah, I wasn't too happy hearing that there. Like I said, I had heard this woman speak on that before about how she felt that she was part man and part woman, and she looks like a very screwed up woman, you know. So yeah, just like me, I might have part of the face of my father because I'm his daughter and I look sort of like him, but I also look like my mom. It's just like all of us have tendencies to look like more like one parent or the other, you know, or a mixture of both. And I'm sort of a mixture of both like that. So, yeah, trust me. There's there I mean, with hormone changes and different things, yeah, there's some weird shit going on this planet, and operations and different things like that. But this is not how God made us. I mean, this is how God made us. That is not how God made us. That's Satan's dream to cause chaos and confusion in our world. And that's the type of shit that's going to end. I mean, you wouldn't believe how long that type of thing has been going on. The experiments on people and animals, and, you know, when you find out a lab has been experimenting on animals and they didn't get permission to do that, imagine what they didn't get caught doing that they're doing. You know, you could only imagine. And then people being connected, you wonder why you feel so bad inside, or why you would have nightmares or anything. It's no wonder. It's crazy. It's just not it's not acceptable to me. I'm not sitting back and shutting up about it at all. Minor attracted. Like I said, if I could go back and do something to the people that were minorly attracted to me when I was a little kid, I would. And in my state, in the state of Minnesota, if you're charged as a pedophile, that's the statute of limitations. There is none. And with both of my kids, I started, one, I put a guy in jail. And the other one, I'm just hoping that my son comes to his senses and will put that pervert in jail where he belongs, because My son isn't the only one he's violated. He's done it to other people and got away with it because he's connected to the Illuminati. And I'm telling you true what these people do and what they want. And the hydrogenous bullshit of the Baphomet, that was a trumped up bullshit thing to confuse people and hurt people a long time ago. This isn't anything new. When men had sex, that was their way of explaining it away to actually hurt the woman, to actually destroy the families. And they're all the same seed doing it. It's not like the children of God are participating in these things or pretending to be reptiles or whatever. Christ said, "You are like serpents." He didn't say you are serpents. He said, "You are like serpents and vipers." Even God is called the old dragon if people read deep enough. And then the serpent slithering on his belly, that's Satan being cast down to the earth without any wings. And he fell like lightning. It was only because he has the energy and the power to get in somebody's brain. But that's going to end very soon, from what I feel. So he won't have that control. But we do. And they don't. He's the only one of them that do. All they can do is sit around and pretend they're casting spells on people when all it is trickery and sleight of hand, bribery. Excuse me, I have smoked a lot today. Well, actually, this isn't my brand either. These papers are, Doug likes them, or did like them, till I gave him some of mine the other day, and then he forgot mine weren't as harsh. But anyway, so excuse my choking tonight. But yeah, I got a lot to be choked up about. It's a bunch of crap. It's all garbage. Like I say, the aliens, the reptiles, whatever name they want to use for their incestuous and ungodly ways, I don't give a shit what title they put on this crap or how many pictures they want to show out there of what is or what they want to be. That's them. Let them do what they want to do, and that's their hell. But they're not walking into God's house. I can guarantee you that. And if anybody wants to debate me on that, I'm open for debate. Tell and say whatever you want. I'm welcoming you to say whatever you want to say to me. And I'm sure some of you feel the same way I do and don't want to. In fact, probably most of the people that watch my channel feel like I do, because I have an awful lot of friends that have been hurt the way I've been hurt in my life, several of the ways. And we're not taking this shit too lightly. And we're not seeing it passed on to our children and being passive about it. It's not happening anymore. Yeah, we're all about love and family, the natural things in the world. For God's sakes, they want to feed you bugs. Literally. Take all the produce and all the farm animals, eggs, dairy, everything out of your life and feed you freaking bugs. Enjoy your pizza. How you going to make that? Out of tofu and bugs? Careful who you patronize, or sing praises about. Excuse me. Oh, these bastards. They go too far. Like I said, it's not the first time. They've done it through history the whole time with clown suits. from way back in Egyptian times, you know, even women dressing up as bird deities and whatever they could do to fool the common person into believing something that is unnatural. And that's what they're doing. Nothing has changed like that. So, and once again, it's not God's people that are out there saying that they're part man and part woman, or they call themselves they. That's a mental illness. When you refer to yourself in the third person, like Barb says or they say, that's retarded. Absolutely. And oh, they fired that woman or she's on leave. Go figure. When they break the story, they ask her to step down. That's all contrived. It's probably paid leave so she could get out there and say her story, and then she wouldn't be on a campus where people could attack her. Not that I'm promoting anybody get attacked. No, I'm not. Yet. You know, if that day ever comes and they want to intrude on my life personally, let's put it this way. I've said it before. If I see somebody hurting a baby, I'm going to fuck you up. Or even somebody I love. I don't care. I'm just telling you like it is. I could have a friend standing next to me and somebody could bump into him really rudely, and that person's going through a wall. Guaranteed. I don't care how much or how big you think you are. It's called physics or dynamics, whichever you prefer. I could show you some of that. I really could. I'd be a really good teacher for martial arts, but I do have my own style. It's called I Win. I like that, you know, because it's true. So that's, hey, I'm me. What am I supposed to say? Am I supposed to back down and cower and say, I'm not all that? Well, that's not going to happen. So, and I'm prepared to use my skills if I need them. That's what I'm saying. Would I choke something that calls themselves they on Judgment Day? If that's what God wanted me to do, yeah. I wouldn't choke it to death, but I'd cut off its air supply for a while, you know. So you can't really get me for bullying. It's called self-defense. You know, when you're defending the younger people in the world and they're a part of me, I'm defending myself. I'm defending you. I'm defending your family. It's called defense. Shit, if the United States can have an army that they support with taxpayers' money, or any other country with the people's money, and have our men and women now killing each other for, in the name of God knows what, their trumped up lies, then surely the good people of the world are able to speak up for themselves and say what we don't like in this world. Isn't that true? As one human being to another, I have that right. I'm not bullying anybody. I'm defending myself. And I'm telling you, if you keep stepping on toes, people are going to start stepping back. And I got a feeling that that's what's going to happen. I just got this feeling that there's some moms and dads out there that feel like I do, that the people that call themselves they better stay in their houses, because they are not welcome in society. They are not wanting to be a part of society. They want their own society to take over human beings and our children. So, like I said, I have to be careful because what I'm feeling inside is not pretty, you know. I'm being honest with you here. I'm serious. If I saw something like that, God bless America and every other country. Whoa. Ah, and this Ghislaine Maxwell case, this is what a bunch of shit. She's gonna get off. They got this list of people they say they're gonna bring people down. I haven't seen nothing and I don't believe it either. Because they're all connected. It's all bullshit. Whatever you hear in the media, just realize that the only thing they're trying to do is make sure you don't realize you're breathing lithium every day that's keeping you submissed. Luckily, I was born hyper, so nothing's much changing. They tried to drug me when I was a kid, and it didn't work too good for them either. It sort of backfired. So I think there's some of us out there like that. It's like, oh, you got some more of that? It was pretty good. Give me another hit, you know? So, yeah, that's what's going on in my mind today. Just the thought that somebody could look at a baby the way they do. Um, it's disgusting. It really is. So yeah, don't let any of this crap that's going on, like they say they can hook people up to electronics and they're going to try and use us for batteries and try and steal our souls. No, my sweet friends, the only thing they're trying to do is make sure that the next generation bows to their dumbasses and works at Burger King to serve their fucking selves. And that's all they care about. Somebody to scrub their toilet from all their shit. That's all they want. They don't want people in society to have scientific minds or godly hearts, or they want to take God out of your life and replace it with something that's part male and part female, or to pretend that it is so they can live in their Sodom and Gomorrah world screwing babies, and you're not going to say nothing about it because it's acceptable in society. And that's what they're doing right now as I speak. And that's why I'm speaking. So, well, I'm going to let it go on that because if I say any more, it's going to not be good. And I probably would get a strike. So, um, like I said, YouTube, I'm just defending my babies. And I have that right. And guess what? All the children of God, they're my babies. Watch your flipping steps, morons. I'm not kidding. When the day comes, God says go, you better go because we're coming after you. And that's in the spirit world. It's already been a war, but we haven't even gotten started. We're much stronger and smarter. Yeah, hide and watch. And I heard that angels aren't women. Well, we'll see about that. Okay, everybody. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota to my female angels and the male angels that watch me. I love you all. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.